Hello, hello. Welcome back to Rebel to Rise. Today we're going to talk about one of my loves, and that is business architecture. If you've ever felt like you've been working way too hard just to stay afloat, or like you're constantly reacting instead of leading, this is for you. I'm going to break down what business architecture actually is, how it can transform your day-to-day, and what tools you could use to stop overworking and start creating real momentum. Now, before you tune out thinking, ugh, structure, hear me out because I believe structure is what creates freedom. I love this quote by James Wedmore. He says, "The more structure you have in your business, the greater level of freedom you'll experience." We think freedom comes from doing whatever we want, whenever we want. But true freedom comes from knowing what matters. From having a system that works even when you take a break, from knowing your energy is going towards the right things. Structure is the key to working on your business and not constantly getting lost in it or putting out fires all day. It's how you wake up excited, knowing exactly what you're going to focus on. And this is all coming from someone that had way too much structure in my life that actually led me to burning out, to then having way too much flow and no structure and not getting anything done. So I know the power of the right balance of structure, and that's what we're going to talk about today. When I first transitioned from project management, I went into business analysis, which is slightly different than business architecture. Business analysis is about identifying and understanding business needs and providing solutions. I loved it, but I often found myself constantly zooming out. I wanted to understand the whole company, how the different parts work together, where things were out of sync and causing a ripple effect through the company. And that's what led me to business architecture. Business architecture takes things a step further from business analysis. It's a holistic, strategic, multi-dimensional bird's eye view of your entire business. It's not only about solving problems, it's about building a sustainable, scalable business on purpose. Think of business architecture as the structure beneath your strategy. It's the map that shows you how all the parts of your business are connected and working together. From your offers, products, and services, to your operations, systems, and sales, from how you market and serve, to your vision and goals. That's all part of your architecture. When you create that strong foundation in your business, it helps build something that's sustainable. It actually feels good for you to run. I like to use the Disney map analogy. So imagine if your business was like Disneyland and your business architecture is your map. If a client enters your world, what is the first place they go? What path are they guided through? Are there clear signs showing them how to buy from you? Or are they lost, confused, and wandering around trying to figure it out? Business architecture allows you to know where the rides are, where the food stands are, where to rest, where the fastest route to get to your next destination. You can't just let people wander around and hope they find Space Mountain. You need a map, a structure that shows them where to go, what's available, and how to move deeper into the experience. The clearer this map is for you, the easier it is going to be for you to know how to serve your clients and grow your business. Most of the burnout I see in CEOs isn't because they're not working hard enough. It's because they're working hard in 1,000 different directions with no clear structure. You're in employee mode in your own business instead of being the CEO, the leader. You're doing all the things, stuck in daily tasks, and wondering why it still feels so hard. And it can be tricky because we've been taught to just do more. Work harder, hustle longer, and then it'll all fall into place. You're trying to do it all at once without stopping to zoom out and ask, What am I actually building here? What's my priority right now? Is where I'm focusing my effort leading me towards the future I want? Business architecture forces you to slow down so then you could speed up. It gives you a roadmap for identifying bottlenecks, knowing how to delegate or automate. It helps you prioritize what actually will move the needle. It helps you let go of stuff that doesn't support your energy or vision. And it helps you make decisions faster. Having that map allows you to simplify and streamline so you could lead with intention. I believe your business should feel like a playground and not a prison. But that only happens when you're clear on the rules of your game and how to set it up in a way that works for you. And by this point, you might be asking, how could I create a business architecture foundation? So I'm going to give you some steps. First step, start taking a look at the whole picture and start creating your business map. Know your offers, your products, your price points, how people move through your world, and where you want to lead them. This could also include tasks your team execute that help you fulfill your vision. And I know as you're creating your map, you might start to see little areas of your business that need some tweaking, some problems. But I highly recommend, instead of getting hyper-focused on what's broken today, just start to see how everything connects. See how your front end affects your client's delivery or how your lack of systems is burning you out. Don't get caught up in what needs to be fixed. Because, number 2, fix what matters most. Not every problem needs fixing right now. So once you create that map, then you could start honing in what needs to be done right now and what could wait. Business architecture helps you focus on what will make the biggest impact. So what's one thing that would lift some weight off of your shoulders if it was streamlined today? Maybe it's your onboarding. Maybe it's adjusting your content strategy. Focus on what will move the needle the most right now. Big or small. Sometimes it's a bunch of little small things that are weighing you down. Get those knocked out first. Whatever needs to get done for you to feel lighter is what you should focus on. And again, not everything needs to be fixed at once. Your business is a journey and not a sprint. Number 3, stop reinventing the wheel. Figure out what works for you and then keep refining that. When you have mapped out systems and aligned offers, you're not starting from scratch every time you want to launch something new. You're building momentum from what you already have. And number 4, the last step and potentially the biggest step, create space to lead. Create structure to free up your mental and emotional bandwidth to think bigger, get creative, or just take a damn nap without guilt. Start designing your days with more intention. A good way to start aligning your task is to try using your human design energy and create a container that supports your flow instead of stifling it. Because, I'll say it again, structure equals more space, more freedom, more joy. When everything is working in sync, your marketing, your sales, your client experience, your back end, your support team, you're not just chasing success. You're building something sustainable that leaves you feeling satisfied. So I want to give you a few of my favorite tools in my toolkit that help you ensure that your business is your happiest place on earth so you could stay focused on your zone of genius and not caught in the daily tasks. First step, do a periodic system check-in. Are the tools and softwares you're using actually saving you time? Or are they just creating more noise? What needs to be streamlined? What needs to be automated? Are your systems supporting your employees, clients, and your energy? Number 2, do a workflow audit. What are you spending your time on every day? Are those actions aligned with your goals? Are you stuck doing low impact busy work instead of the high impact moves that are going to grow your business? What is actually worth your time? And does anything need to be delegated or it's pointless and take it off the list? Number 3, simplify before you scale. You don't need 5 new offers. You don't need a whole new brand strategy. You probably just need to clean up what already exists. Which tasks energize you the most? Which ones need support and simplification? When you simplify what you have, it'll be 10 times easier to scale and take on bigger and bigger projects because everything is set in place. You have that map perfectly planned out for you. And number 4, I think this one has changed my life the most, and that is CEO time blocking. Are you giving yourself space to lead? Or are you just reacting all day? Block off time to do what's most important, to set priorities and set time to get it done. Set boundaries, create non-negotiables to make sure you have the space to do what you really love to do and lead and grow your company. When you create business architecture, you're designing this map that's uniquely yours. So it feels like a playground. And yes, it needs structure. Any map needs structure. Any playground needs structure. But it's that structure that lets you have so much more fun in your day-to-day. I love business architecture because I believe your business is a living system. Your business isn't just a to-do list. It's a living, breathing system. And systems need maintenance. They need upgrades. They need review. That's what makes business architecture so powerful, is it's not about perfection. It's about clarity, having that clear path. It's not about hustling harder. It's about getting smarter. It's how you take everything that's swirling around in your head and turn it into something that actually works. It's about creating ease without burning it all down. And here's the secret. You know more than you think you do. You know more than you allow yourself to believe. This isn't about doing all the things the right way, by the books. It's about making sure the way you do things is supporting the life you want. If you want to get started on your business architecture, I have a free workbook to help you start prioritizing and creating the space for you to start leading. If you want to check out this free workbook, I'll leave the link below. If this episode lit something up in you, if you're ready to stop working in chaos and start building with clarity, I want to hear about it. Please DM me your biggest insights, or if you want help getting started on your business architecture, you know where to find me. I really love hearing your feedback and what you're getting out of these episodes. It really propels me and gives me something to respond to and meet you where you're at and make sure you're getting the most out of these episodes. So never hesitate to reach out and let me know your thoughts. So until next time, keep rebelling, keep rising. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Rebel to Rise, where business meets human design. I hope you feel inspired to break free from those shoulds in your life and trust your inner compass as you create a life and business that truly lights you up. Remember, every day is a chance to rebel against the ordinary and rise into your authentic power. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow rebel who's ready to lead their lives unapologetically. Until next time, keep trusting your intuition, keep breaking the rules, and most importantly, keep rising.